We have a quorum. Individuals may address the city council about any item not included on the agenda. Speakers are required to state their name and address for the council records and limit their remarks to 5 minutes. Generally, the city council will not take official action on items discussed at this time, but may refer the matter to staff or committee for a future report or direct the matter to be scheduled at upcoming agenda. Anybody want to speak?
I want to say something. I'm Don Meyer. I live at 300 East Street Northwest, Little Falls, and I'm here about the stop sign removal. And so I can address it now, and I can also address it at that time if you'd like. It's
Okay.
on E. Would you prefer to wait? Okay.
And of course, I have a comment. In the Morrison County Record article on June 14th, 2013, they gave some advice on what to do about Hensel. I will remind the council what they stated. The most important thing for every citizen to understand is the only way that Hensel will hurt you is if you do something that gives merit to her suit against the city that alleges that it violated her constitutional rights. Such actions could cost the city big time. Knowledge is power, and members need to learn what it can and cannot do under the law. All the council has to do is treat her the same as it would any other citizen acting the same way. Apply the same or similar rules to any city board or commission. Then apply the rules uniformly. American society is more diverse than it once was, which means community norms and accepted behavior are more likely to be challenged. Excuse me, on September 16th, 2013, Councilman Greg Zilka asked to make changes in who was allowed on the agenda. The council then decided that the president and the mayor assist city staff to decide who gets on the agenda. At the very next council meeting, Teresa and I were denied being on the council agenda, even though we made our formal request within the required time frame, and instead are allowed only on the work session agenda. At that work session, on 10/7/13, the council conveniently ran out of time in order for our item to be heard. No surprise here. The council evidently chose to not heed the advice of the Morrison County Record what to do about Hensel. I wonder if the council is aware that the Morrison County Record has no sign permit for the signs attached to two sides of its building. Maybe Terry Lurkey, who's present here this evening, would like to explain why this is not in their building file. The American Disabilities Act, ADA, is a comprehensive civil rights law for people with disabilities. The Department of Justice enforces the ADA's requirements in 3 areas. Title I, employment practices by the units of state and local government. Title II, programs, services, and activities, state and local government. Title III, public accommodations and commercial facilities. Through lawsuits, both formal and informal settlement agreements, the department has achieved greater access for individuals with disabilities in thousands of cases. The department may file lawsuits in federal court to endorse the ADA and may obtain court orders, including compensatory damages and back pay to remedy discrimination. Under Title III, the department may also obtain civil penalties of up to $55,000 for the first violation and $110,000 for any subsequent violation. Project Civic Access Agreement approved by Waukegan, Illinois. Project Civic Access, a nationwide effort to ensure that cities, counties, towns, and villages throughout the United States comply with the ADA. The goal of the Project Civic Access is to ensure that people with disabilities have an equal opportunity to participate in civic life. To date, 143 Project Civic Access agreements have been signed with 136 communities. Each community agreed to take steps depending on local circumstances to make core government functions more accessible to people with disabilities. In Wilton Manors, Florida, to resolve a complaint that the City Hall and Police Department were not accessible to persons with mobility impairments, the city agreed to provide accessible stalls and make other accessibility modifications to the 2 public restrooms in the City Hall. In Mississippi, a wheelchair user complained of several accessibility issues in her town. The town installed accessible parking and accessible routes to the fire department, police department, city hall, city auditorium, health department, and electric department, and accessible restrooms in city hall. The town also provided curb cuts at intersections along the main street and near 5 central businesses. And I do believe my 5 minutes has expired.